Hi guys, how you doing today?
How important are these preseason reps in your first preseason game, assuming you play tomorrow?
They're important. It's good work. I said earlier, it's always, whether it's walkthrough, practice, game, it all matters because I think if it was a waste of time, we wouldn't do it. And I think there's a lot of urgency and, we're not where we need to be. We got a lot of work to do. And these practices are a part of it, the opportunities that we get in the game. When everything's full live, quarterback's getting hit, that provides a little different element. So it's good to get out there and it's good to be out here practicing, and we've got to try to see if we can put together a great performance on Thursday.
Does it give you a little more urgency because I think the first time in 7 years you won't have joint practices, and you used to love getting so many snaps in those?
Yeah.
Maybe the game takes a little bit more sense of urgency for you?
Yeah, I think too that, sometimes when you practice against another opponent, it actually gives you a pretty good idea where you're at. And, because we've been going against each other for a while, we just haven't had that chance. And we had a game to show it. So, we got a big one against, the Eagles, and we know the challenge they present. So trying to put a lot into it and see if we can obviously get a lot out of it. But, it's a big test. They're a good team. So we're going to have to play well.
How are you feeling health-wise?
I feel good. Thank you. I feel really good.
And Tom, the plan is for you to play tomorrow?
Yep. I think the plan's always to play. It's whether I do or don't is up to coach, but yeah, I certainly plan on being out there.
Are your long-term goals still in line with you playing until 45? I know it's a number you've repeated in the past, but has that changed at all?
I think you always have short-term goals and long-term goals, and this year's the one I'm focused on, and obviously I want to play for a long time. So I've said that for a while. I feel like I'm a broken record. But, it's really this year is the focus. And, this team needs a great quarterback. And, hopefully I can go out and be that. Yeah, the thing about him is I've watched him play a lot of football over the years. I feel like he's been on the opposing sideline a lot. And whether game planning for him, I've watched a lot of them. I think that he's always been on great offenses. So he's got to use his skill set, the one he's learned and used for a long time. He knows how to get open. Now it's just about learning what we do and how we do it, which is always a little different than how other teams may do it. But, he's worked hard. He's been out here every day. You can tell he's a real pro, and hopefully he can add something to the group. Every role is there to be taken, and it's different opportunities out there at every position. And, if you can play a role and be consistent, dependable, and make the plays, then I'm sure Coach is going to put you out there.
Tons of
You have to make an
competition.
adjustment to a new wide receiver. Do you have to learn more of what they do, or do they have to learn kind of more of what you like?
I think it's both. It's just adapting to each other. I think that's the key. And, certainly you have expectations for players at certain positions. And if it's a receiver position, you try to show them as much film as you can and say, look, this is how it's got to be and so forth. And, it's up to the different guys to figure out, how quickly they can pick it up. So, but it's a lot of back and forth, a lot of conversation. And, the way that you probably did it in the past is probably a little different. But, it is pro football. To be, how to get open and run routes and, win against man coverage. And a lot of the concepts are the same. It's just maybe termed a little bit differently.
A lot of competition at the wide receiver position, Tom. You see Phil Forsett go down today.
Yeah.
What goes through your head?
Well, you never like to see it. And I think everyone wanted to go over and see how he was doing because he's been doing so well in the spring and in training camp. So hopefully he's okay, and I certainly hope he is. He's got a great opportunity ahead of him. I hope he takes advantage of it.
After all these years.
Talking about Rom, now he's in his 9th year.
Yep.
Like sometimes the discussion comes up like he might be one of the best that ever played that position.
Yeah.
Like if you were to make that case for him, like what would you say that makes him, in that conversation?
Well, I think everything about him is what you're looking for in a player and a teammate. Plays well in the biggest moments, and he's everything you look for. So I'm glad he's on our team. Glad he's, been a teammate for as long as he has. I've watched him develop from when he first got here till now, and seen a lot of growth. And I know he's trying to do better every day, like we all are. And I hope he has a great year.
After all these years, why the new helmet?
I know, our equipment manager, Brendan, been begging me to try it, and I'm very resistant. But it's been pretty sweet. So I kind of like it.
Keeping it?
I don't know. The face mask isn't quite right, so I'm working on that.
Tom.
But trying it out.
Tom, we saw you putting in the extra work after practice here today. Does that sort of show your love for the game that you still have, that you're as committed to getting the little things right and being in top shape even at 41 years of age?
Yeah, I mean, I love doing it. I love trying to get whatever you can, get a little extra. And we've had so many hot days, really hot days, or really wet days, and neither of those days are very good to do that extra stuff. So, got to take advantage of these days while we can, and try to get a little extra work with the receivers and the tight ends, and that's what the goal is. Jake's put a lot of hard work in. I mean, I'm really proud of him to come in undrafted free agent and create a role for himself like he did last year, and then have the ups and downs of a rookie year. And he played some, he was not playing some, and he's kind of taking advantage of that role that he's got, and he's willing to put the work in. And that's all you can ask for from a quarterback standpoint, from a guy who wants to get better and wants to improve. And you can only do that one way, by getting out and doing it, earning the trust of your fellow teammates and your coaches. And I think Jake's done that. I think that's really important. And Jake has no problem doing it. I mean, he'll do it all day. So it's probably calling off the dogs a little bit at the end. And, we got practice tomorrow. We got a game Thursday. And we're still grinding through. So, the things we do, better more often, is going to contribute to being more productive on the field and moving the ball and scoring more points. That's what we're trying to do.